Hello, friends. I had a conversation with a client yesterday that I thought I would share with you. I thought you might get something out of this. So there are two questions. The first is, am I too weak? And the second question is, why is it important to tend to the alignment and activation of your bones and your muscles? Why is it important to warm up? Am I too weak? Why is it important to warm up? So this client, capable of easily squatting about 100 pounds, she's a beginner, capable of squatting with 100 pounds on the bar, hadn't worked out in a while, was feeling a little bit out of shape, wanted to reacquaint herself with what it felt like to organize her spine and her hips and her legs, her knees during the back squat. So she put about 45 or 50 pounds on her back and started to squat, and she did about 5 or 6 repetitions twice. That's 10 or 12 reps around 50 pounds. Not a big deal for her, right? But a few hours later, she started to experience stiffness and then pain, which increased in intensity around the SI joint. Now, the SI joint is a small area that connects the ilium to your sacrum. If you were to put your hand in your back pocket, the SI joint would be just a little bit further medial than where your pinky lands. The SI joint would be, feels like about 2 inches east or west of your pinky. And her first question was, am I too weak to squat? Am I too weak to do this training? Well, she knows that she's not because she has done it in the past. But in the context of pain, which is like a constant distraction, it's like constant noise to our nervous system. In the context of that, it becomes, there are a lot of voices of doubt which can arise. And one of them is, am I able to do this? You are able to do it. She is able to do it. I am able to do it, etc. You get the point. The problem is not that her body is not strong enough to do the squat in the amount that she did it. If that were the case, the pain would be much more widespread. She probably would have soreness into her lats, maybe her shoulders, definitely in her low back, into the glutes and into the legs. We're talking about an area about half the size of the palm of her hand around the SI joint, which was inflamed and painful. So the answer is no, you are not too weak to do the exercise or any exercise. You just have to start at a level that you can handle and work up from there. But that area was a weak link in the chain and was overloaded, and that area is not that it's too weak, it's just not capable of handling that load. It doesn't have the capacity for that amount of load. And this brings us to the second question, which is, why is it important to warm up? Well, I think of warming up as truing the alignment of the bones, bringing the joints back to more neutral, more optimal alignment so that they're open, not rubbing against each other and causing all kinds of inflammation and breakdown. And then waking up or activating the muscles, sometimes opening and relaxing the muscles and the muscle groups, but more activating and consolidating the muscles that are around those joints and bones. And this case shows why it's important. The reason that we do things like 90-90 stretches or sitting in deep squats or low back realignment exercises in order to untwist and open up the lumbar spine, the SI joint and all that, is to decrease the inflammation, number one, that can happen from joints that are misaligned. And number two, so their nervous system can start activating muscles to their fullest capacity. Muscles don't fire, they don't contract as much when they are attached to bones that are not in the right place. So if you take a a frame that's capable of squatting 100 pounds easily, and you put 50 pounds on it, there might not be any problem. But if you twist the SI joint slightly out of place and then you put 55 pounds on it, that joint could be easily overloaded, and then the muscles can go into spasm and you can have inflammation and all kinds of stuff. And it takes a few days to flush that out and relax the tissues to the point where things are loosened up that you can even move the bones back toward correct alignment. In other words, you need probably a week, maybe 2 weeks of good, thorough warming up, spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you need to get your core, your low back, your SI joint all open and lined up, and then to get the muscles active and everything calms down over time. And then you're ready to squat and gradually go up in weight. So I hope this rambling was helpful to some of you. And I hope that you can use some of this information to help yourself, especially if you're navigating getting injury or recurring injury in the beginning stages of getting in shape or beginning stages of a new exercise or new training. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye-bye.